Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, it's Mike here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it's time for October's mid-month mini mission inspiration over on our Art Challenge Facebook group. So the random letter chosen from the pot for this month was the letter A. So let me turn over to my overhead camera and I'll show you the prompt card, the 5 words for inspiration, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do with my art tag based on this month's prompts. Okay, so this was the prompt card, or this is the prompt card for October. So the random letter chosen was A, as I've already said, and the words for inspiration are abstract, amber, antique, aquatic, or alien. So quite a lot to go out there, and obviously you only have to pick one of those if you want to do the challenge, or if you don't like any of those words at all, you can just pick another word beginning with the letter A if that's your jam, if you can't really find any inspiration in those. I can with those, so that's quite easy for me this month. So what I'm going to do is, this is my art tag journal that I do my mid-month mini missions in. Each month I always put the prompt card on the back once I'm done. So, but I'm going to be using my cover as my template for the tag, as I always do. And this is just a piece of cardboard from some doggy food from Mr. Bentley. So all I'm going to do is to drop that on there, grab a pencil, and then I can just quickly draw around it. If you're interested while I'm at it, this tag kit that I'm using, there's an MDF back, there's also the acrylic template with the book ring. These are still available on the website. I will be using these again next year, so if you want to join in and do art tags with me next year, then you can purchase one of those from the website. So they're on there now if you're interested. Right, okay, so that's that. So I now need to cut that out. So I'll do that and then I'll be back with you just as soon as I've finished hacking at this piece of cardboard with these tiny scissors. Okay, so that's my art tag cut out, so I can put my template and all the others away for now because we won't be needing those. So that will get stuck onto the back of the tag once it's done, so I know what the inspiration was for the creation. I'm going to be using this side for a change. Now sometimes I do cover the back, sometimes I don't. This time I'm not going to, I'm going to leave it in that craft card. So let's have a look at what these words are. So we've got abstract, which is going to be fairly easy to do, amber, antique, aquatic and alien. So wouldn't it be fun if you could kind of incorporate all 5 into one particular image? I do try and get in as many as I can each month, but sometimes it's really difficult. Sometimes it's easier than others. This one, it was fairly actually easy. When Ian saw this, Ian, my partner, if you don't know, when he saw this, he went straight away. He went, well, if you do this, this, and this, you could, you know, practically do everything. So I'm going to take his suggestion this month. So what I've done is I've gone onto the internet and I found a cute picture of the creature from the Black Lagoon. There's the aquatic and there's the alien. But what I've done is I've changed the colour. I've changed it to an amber colour. And I've added a monocle. And I've also went through my digi collection and I found the picture of a steampunk old top hat. So that's going to be my main character. So we've got an amber antique aquatic alien as our main focal. There's 4 of the 5 already. And as for abstract, well, that's going to be the background. So I need to finish cutting these out. I did start cutting these out and I thought, no, I'll wait and I'll do some of it on camera so that you can see that I'm not cheating totally. Because sometimes I think when you can't see somebody cutting something out, is it cheating? Have they cheated? But what is cheating? If you're still cutting it out off camera, you're still doing it. So anyway, and is it really cheating when it's your prompts? Can I really cheat? Seeing as I came up with the prompts in the first place, it was me that chose the letter at random, I might say, but it was still me who chose the letter. So, and it's not like I come up with these concepts beforehand, because until it's actually pulled out the hat or pulled out the pot, even I don't know which one of those letters it's going to be. So I've still got to come up with a concept or an idea, but like I said, this month it wasn't my idea, it was Ian's. But he does know that I do love my kind of old B-movie monsters, my Frankenstein's monster and my Draculas and my werewolves and the Mummy and all that kind of stuff, Boris Karloff and Bela Lugosi and Lon Chaney Jr. All those kind of characters I absolutely love. I love those films. I must say I did watch the new Marvel Werewolf by Night kind of special presentation that they did recently, and that was very much inspired by those Universal monster movies, and I have to say I absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. But I suppose that's just, harking back to my kind of nostalgia about watching those films. Cuddled up on the settee on the couch with the lights off, watching them in the dark. Classic movies. Of course, not scary at all these days, but even so. Right, so we need to get that out. Right, so you've seen me do most of this now, so I'll just finish off. I'm using the scissors rather than a scalpel because it's just the outside shapes, but I will use a scalpel just to cut those 2 bits out. But I don't know what I've done with my mini cutting mat. I've got a small A4 cutting mat somewhere, I don't know where it's gone. So, hang on a sec. Oh. Let's just pull that one in quickly. It's not exactly flat, but it'll do. It'll do at a pinch. So that bit will just pop out there. That's it. The thing with the creature from the Black Lagoon is, did they actually ever say whether or not it was alien or whether it was just a natural evolution thing? Can't remember. It's been that long since I saw the movie. Did they ever explain it, or was it just the creature from the Black Lagoon? Who knows? Who can say? Alright, let's get some vintage photo. And then we'll just go around the edge. Just to kind of like tidy up any raw white edges. Have I got one of those Faber-Castell pit pens to hand as well, so I can get in the awkward places? We'll have a look. All kind of awkward. We've got a brown one somewhere. There we go. What's this one? Caput mortem. Caput. Not a process that you have to do, obviously. You don't have to go around and get rid of those raw white edges. I just think it looks a bit better. But that's just my preference. It just looks a bit more finished, I think, anyway. But what does my opinion matter? As a certain male crafter from Arizona would say, you do you. There we go. I think we're just about there. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty much tidied up a bit of a dog's dinner of a cut, but there we go. So that's that bit done. So we also now need to do the hat, which is going to be fairly straightforward. So I'll whiz off and do that. Okay, so there's the hat. Just throw that paper on the floor there. Leave that for the cleaner. Later. And then just quickly go around the edge. So like I said, so we took the image of the creature from the Black Lagoon, which is one of those Funko Pops. Very cute and non-threatening kind of character. And then I digitally retouched him, recoloured him from green to a kind of ambery colour. Added the monocle, and then we'll give him the little steampunk hat. So there's my antique aquatic alien. My antique amber aquatic alien. There we go. So that's my main character. So we said abstract for the back, didn't we? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out some paper. If I've got a pad of watercolour paper somewhere. I've had a tidy up, haven't I? It's always the same when you tidy up. You never find anything. Usually I've got a stack of it down here down the side of my desk. There we go. There we go. Alright, just listen for the tear. There we go. Straight out of the pad. So what I'm going to do is we will just cut around this for the background. Again, I'll need that pencil. Just use the tag we've already cut. Lovely. I'll just quickly cut that. There's a lot of cutting out today, sorry. The problem is I've had a few days off. After I'd filmed my 7 days of Halloween project, Ian and I and some friends obviously went away. We went to Harry Potter experience down in Watford, just outside of London, but also Ian and I had a few days, Ian and I, Mr. Bentley, had a few days of us time, which we don't tend to get because we have to be around to look after mum and dad and that kind of thing. But we had opportunity just to have a bit of us time, so we took it and went away to the High Peak District and that kind of thing. Need some glue. Back in a second. Let's quickly run across to the West Wing. There we go. So we've got some new spirit glue. So all-purpose adhesive. Oohoo, yoo-hoo, or however you want to call it. So we'll stick some of that on the back. This used to be dirt cheap, this glue. Now it's gone up by at least 30% since the last time I bought any, and that was only, oh, wrong side. That was only a few months ago. But yeah, 30%. It's gone up. Everything costs more these days. Everything. There we go. So that's the front. I tidy up those edges there, and then that's going to get stuck on the back there when we're done. In fact, why don't I do it now? Then it's out the way. Because sometimes in the past I have forgotten to stick it on. Make sure I get the right way around this time. Okay. Gluey fingers. Okay. That's down. That's on there. That ain't going nowhere. Okay, so I want to create an abstracty kind of background. So to do that, I'm going to use two things. First thing I'm going to use is, this is a sheet of circle stickers. So these are just over 1.5 inches in diameter. Now these are what I use for sticking on envelopes when I'm posting out website orders and that kind of thing. So if you live in the UK, you'll get one on your envelope saying, just say Mike Deakin Art on the front of your envelope. If you live outside of the UK, then you probably won't, because I don't like to identify it as commercial goods going through the post for international, because sometimes you guys have to pay customs and that kind of stuff on it, and you don't like doing that. So I don't put them on those for international ones. Sometimes I use them for like envelope seals on the back with a, you know, pretty kind of abstract picture or whatever on there, just as a bit of an envelope seal. But this is what's left over. As you can see, it's got some really nice kind of circle apertures. Now if I peel off the back, it's going to relieve that kind of circle opening. So I'm going to use that as well as this. Now then, perhaps I should have got the colours that I wanted out straight away, but hey ho. Let me just see if I can... Tell you what, I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've delved into the depths of my Distress Ink collection, and I've pulled out ripe persimmon, wild honey, spiced marmalade, crushed olive, fossilised amber obviously, and rusty hinge. So these are the colours that I'm going to be using to create my kind of abstracty background for my swamp creature, my creature from the Black Lagoon. So I want darker ones first, so let's just put those 3 to one side, and the bubbles. So this is going to be the background, so let's go rusty hinge first, squirt some water, and then we're going to do that. This is why I wanted watercolour. Yes. And I'm just going to pick up all the colour. And I'm not even turning it over to see what it looks like just yet. In fact, let's do it now. That'll do. Right, so that's the first layer. Alright, let's give that a quick blast. Would help if I turned my heat gun on. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is going to be the crushed olive. And bearing in mind, I don't think I've touched these ink pads in nearly 4 years. So that ain't doing bad, is it? Okay, let's pick up some colour with those. Okay, happy with that. Alright, so that was rusty hinge and crushed olive. So now we'll do some spiced marmalade. So just one there, and then okay. All good fun. Right, so we need some bits down here at the bottom. And then we've got some bits at that side there. We'll have a bit at the top. Yes, like that. Okay, just get that dried. Before we go, let's just pick up a bit more of that. Yep. There's one tiny little bit of white left on that corner there, so let's just get rid of that. Gone. Okay, so just a quick tidy up. And now we're going to bring this in. So a bang crash and a wall up there. So we've now got wild honey, ripe persimmon and fossilised amber. So we're pretty much going to do the same thing again. So I'm going to start off with the fossilised amber, and again add the water. This time I'm going to turn the sheet round and just soak up. Of course, it's going to attach itself to the paper, but not to the kind of messy, not messy, the kind of plasticised back. Okay, so you can dry that off very gently. Okay, so I can already see that I need to add in some more colour, a bit more intensity, so just a little bit more. My fingers are going to look like I've been smoking full strength cigarettes after I've finished doing this. Try and soak up as much as possible. It's one of those processes, a bit like jelly printing, where you just never know what you're going to get. So there we go. Let's leave those out. Just clear that off. So again, let's just dry this up a little. That just gets rid of any last remaining bits of moisture. Okay, so let's do some wild honey next. Maybe a bit too subtle, really, but you know. Experimentation's half the fun. Not knowing what you're going to get is just as much fun. Okay, and then to finish off, let's do some real striking colour with the ripe persimmon. Hee hee hee. Look at that. You can see it squishing underneath, can't you? Oh! Look, look, look. Probably looks darker than it actually is. Love it. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is let's just do a little bit of ghosting. Okay, so I've just sprinkled water randomly all over. I'm going to leave that for a second or two for it to soak, and then I'm going to grab the tissue and pick up any colour that's lifted. Right, so where the water's landed, you can see there are some lighter spots, but not as many as I thought there would be. Let's just see what we can do. Let's do some more. I'm spraying it onto my hand first, because it just gives me a little bit more control, kind of let it drip through my fingers as to where the droplets are going to fall. Like I can control over here. Also cleans my hand while I'm at it. Alright, so a fairly sort of clean piece of tissue. Let's drop that over and see whether it's going to pick up any of that colour that's reactivated. Yeah, you can see more colour on there now. Okay, so right, that ripe persimmon's a very kind of strong colour. And there's a bit more block colour there than I really wanted. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some white gesso. Here, just grab a brush. That'll do. Would have been better if it was a clean brush. There we go. Right, and then we're gonna, that's it, let's break up that orange with some white blobs. That's it, that will be perfect. Alright, let's put that away. Tissue. Clean mode. So with any luck, the white gesso will also pick up some of that persimmon colour as well, so it will go a lighter shade of orange, give us a bit more variation in the colour tone on the background. Okay, so if I hold that up a little bit, you can see that it's not white, it is actually very, very pale orange in places. So the ink colour has come through into the paint and dulled down the white, but also just giving you that little bit of interest. Okay, so on the background, I'm going to do some more of that ghosting. Just going to flick water onto the background. Now on this one again, I have no idea really, because I can't really see it all that well, where it's kind of landed. There we go. You can just sort of see shiny bits there where it is, which is fine. So I'm going to leave that to sit for a second. And just dry up around the edges. There we go. Just leave it for a little bit longer, just hold your nerve. Wait for it, wait for it. I reckon now. So now if I roll the kitchen roll over the top, you'll see where that colour just lifts off. There we go. So creating that beautiful kind of abstracty background. Alright, so what I'm going to do is just kind of tear this down. Stuck to my finger. Okay, and then I can peel that off the background. And then I can just stick some of that just across like that. Very kind of like subtle layers. I'll just snip off like so, and I'll just give it a bit of a burnish. I'm popular today on my phone. I should have put it on silent, shouldn't I? Bear with me a second. Sorry about that. Somebody sending me messages on Facebook. Right, so now we've got that, we can take our amber character and he's got a really nice kind of motley kind of background to sit on. Okay, I know it's one of those things that you spend a lot of time creating backgrounds and then you end up covering them up, and it's a shame. It's just one of those things that you have to get used to when you're art journaling or creating mixed media work like this. You will create backgrounds you really, really like and then you'll cover them up, because that's just the nature of what we do. And the thing is, you know what's behind there, because when you look at it next, you'll be able to think, oh yeah, behind there, it's like a secret, only you know. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Because art journaling and collage and this kind of stuff, we do for ourselves, not for anybody else. It's a personal thing. It's not like you're sending a card to send to somebody. This is for you. Nobody else. Creative play. That's all it is. Okay, so there's my art tag for October. A little bit spooky, because obviously Creature from the Black Lagoon, so it could be also classed as a little bit of Halloweeny. So we've got an abstract background. We've got an antique amber aquatic alien. Let's pop the hole into the tag. Just make a mark on it so we know where we're going. Ooh, a little bit bigger than... No, that's fine. I'll do. About there. And what did I do with my hole punch? Did that go through? Oh, that's better. I think it's on its last legs, is that hole punch. There we go. It was still a little bit damp. Do the little dry off probably. There we go. Right, let's get that back on. I'll drop that in the back first so that it's not too shiny. There we go. So there's my October mid-month mini mission inspiration. So I always know what was the inspiration for it. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create that cute little alien art tag. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. That's all from me for now. I'll see you all again very, very soon. And don't forget, if you want to join us over on our Mission Inspiration Facebook group in those regular monthly art challenges, that's the URL on the screen, and there is a clickable link in the description area below. So that's it from me. I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. And don't forget, you can access your exclusive angel-only content over on my website. There's a link in the description area below. Thank you.